Welcome to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be looking over all the transfers that Porto have made from the previous summer window, and let's get right into it. My main two criteria will be judged on how the players have performed. Of course, it won't apply to all of them, and also the means of signing them. So let's get into the very first signing, Gabri Veiga. Now, he was signed whilst Martin Anselmi was the manager, so we've got to also judge how he's done at the Club World Cup. It was not a good tournament from him. He had zero impact, so I've got to factor that in. He had a positive showing under Francesco Parioli so far, but nothing out of this world, so I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. João Costa, he's not featured at all. I don't know if he's going to be the second choice or third choice keeper. I suppose we'll find out come the cup game this month. We can't really say anything as a backup. He could potentially be a good one. So I'll say 6 for now. Perpic hasn't played much. He's only really had 2 substitute appearances, if I remember correctly. Was part of that back five that helped Porto hang on against Sporting CP. Well, hang on's a bit harsh, but help make sure Sporting CP weren't going to score. Can't judge too much, but he's a backup with potential. So I'm going to give this signing a 7 out of 10. Boya Sainz didn't really do much on his first start. Well, the first 2 starts, in fact. I was wondering he should probably be dropped, but then he scored 2 goals and maybe got an assist against Casapia and well earned his spot and very nearly scored from an incredible angle within the first 20 seconds versus Sporting CP. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. It's definitely made a positive impact in the second half of August and will likely keep his spot throughout the season, providing he doesn't get injured. Victor Froholt, the most expensive signing out of all these players, 20 million euros. Apart from Alan Varela, there was no real nailed-on starting midfielder for Porto based on what we had going into this season. He's been fantastic, great on the ball, helping to make things happen. And at the age he is as well, he can go on and do good things. There was a promise at Copenhagen, and he would have had a few games in the Champions League as well, but he's been one of the best players so far this season. 10 out of 10. And then over to Alberto Costa. So one of the other merits I'm judging on the purpose of the signing, and I think Alberto Costa is the best example of this. For the past few seasons, Porto have struggled a bit or not been that good in the right-back areas, especially since they last won the title. But Alberto Costa's a huge upgrade, and to send João Mario to Juventus on pretty much a swap deal and only losing 3 million on it, great business. And Alberto Costa's done fantastic, being part of a defence that's only conceded 1 goal. Like with Victor Froholt and some of the other players I'm going to talk about, he's shown viability against Sporting CP, the holders, the champions. He got an assist for the Luke de Jong goal, and in the first half, big moment. The standout was when he helped stop a counter-attack. Well, there was a counter-attack. He forced, might be Luis Suarez, to pass wide, and then he blocked the incoming shot. He's been a fantastic addition. 10 out of 10. He might be the best signing of the whole summer transfer window, and another player who's been part of conceding just 1 goal in 4 games. That 1 goal being away at Sporting CP, arguably the hardest game. Maybe that or Benfica. We'll find out this season. But another player that joined that defence, Jan Bednarek, who I was sceptical on the signing, given that he had been relegated twice with Southampton. But so far, he's done well. It's a big aerial presence, and perhaps my favourite part about him is that when Diogo Costa's lost his head or is not in the right frame of mind in other ways, he's there to help Costa get his head back in the game, which is a great trait. In that first half against Sporting CP, most of their chances got blocked, and I believe he blocked at least one of them. So my rating for Jan Bednarek, 8 out of 10. Luke de Jong came as a rotational striker or a backup to Samu. Off the ball in his first 2 appearances, he did very well. Pretty much, I'd say the same against Sporting CP, and which was the same game where he got his first goal from. So far, he's fulfilled his role very well. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Up next, Pablo Rosario. He's only had 1 appearance so far. That was off the bench against Sporting CP. To bring depth into that midfield area is a bonus. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I don't know how much more we'll see of him. Jakub Kiviat. We've not really seen Ian play for obvious reasons, but he's a very good addition to that left-back area. He's playing for Arsenal in the Champions League in the past 2 seasons. He featured twice against Porto last time they played in the Champions League. I'm going to give that signing a 7 out of 10. It'll probably be higher once we see Kiviat give his contributions. I'm not sure what the situation with Pedro Lima. To my impression, he was going to the B team, but I'm not too sure. So we'll leave that for now. But there were my gradings overall. Let me know your thoughts. Apologies for the delay of the video. It took time to get this going, and then when I recorded the first one, there was problems with the file, so making sure this one's all good. I'll be in Portugal next week. I'll try and remember to get some content of some sort there. I'll be at that Nacional game. All interaction is appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, Força Porto.